Good morning, everyone. This is Jacob here, coming to you on a very sunny and beautiful Sunday morning here in Denmark. I'm just about to go out for today and go into the garden and not relax, but do some gardening. It's sunny, it's relatively warm, considering that it's early May here, and rain is about to come later on in the afternoon. So there's a bit of time for me to go out and actually do some gardening today. Before that, I'll just shoot this video here and show you some of the latest new items to my collection. So the last video I did, which was the first video in a long time, was me showing you my Rigger A 2026 pickups, and I actually ended up buying another RST release this week. It was one that I actually had in my hands on the actual day, but I decided to not buy on that day. But then I saw it, and I just thought, well, I really should pick this up because there are at least a couple of really good songs on here, and then maybe some other tracks will be good, and that will be a bonus. So that is the Positiva Presents Elton John the remixes, and I bought this primarily because of the two remix songs that were released within the last like 3 or 4 years maybe. First of all, the song on here called Cold Heart, featuring Dua Lipa, which is basically over a modern house beat. It is Elton John singing part of a verse of his old late 80s single Sacrifice, and then added the chorus of Rocket Man, then sung by Dua Lipa. It's a really nice summery song. This one features the Blessed Madonna remix, and I think it also features the Clapton mix, which was, I guess, the radio hit that you may have heard. And then also this one features the song called Hold Me Closer, the one that actually features Britney Spears on vocals in the chorus, and that is, of course, parts of Hold Me Closer, Tony Dancer, what's it called? Tiny Dancer is what it's called. And this features the Purple Disco Machine mix. And yeah, I just think those two songs are just really good summery pop songs, and they would do well in a DJ set. So yeah, I had to pick this up, and this is actually on a glow in the dark vinyl, which is hard to show now because it's so summery, but and so light outside, light coming in through the window. But it has like a very light greenish color to it, and then when it gets dark, obviously it glows. So yeah, I'm happy to pick that up here late as an RSD title. And then also, I picked up the new album from Jessie Ware. This is her album called Super Bloom. Jessie Ware is a singer that has been around for quite some years now. She had, I guess, some minor hits in the UK in the 2010s. And then 2020, she released what was my absolute #1 album that year, the one called What's Your Pleasure, where she did like musically she like changed into a more like a electronic disco kind of thing, slightly Robin-ish, but then with a more maybe down tempo soulish funky feel at times. And this album is just from start to finish just absolutely exceptional. This is just such a great album. And she released, after this one, she did an album called That Feels Good a couple of years back, and now she's released Super Bloom, which I guess is her third album in like her Mark II part of her career. a nice gatefold here, and it basically tries to pick up where the other two albums in her second coming, if you will, left. And it's a good album. It's not as good as What's Your Pleasure. I think I need to listen to it more, but there are some really good hits on this. The two first singles on here, I Could Get Used to This and Ride, um, were when I heard them were a bit disappointing, but all in all, it's a great album and it doesn't disappoint. And yeah, I need to listen to it more, I guess. This one comes on a peacock blue vinyl, I guess. There's sort of like a peacock theme on the album cover, so I don't know why this is peacock blue, but yeah, if you see peacock, showing off all of his feathers and the position that they do, then maybe the color of the album here, of the vinyl here, resembles that color. So yeah, happy to get this. And speaking of Robin, she released a new album that I finally picked up. This is her latest one called Sexistential. And I'm just going to warn you, there's sort of almost a picture of her butt on the back cover. It seems that sparks come from her butt. That can be nice to have all the time. But anyways, Robin, one of my favorite singers. Of course, she really broke through already back in the 90s and then had some hits throughout the notes as well. And then, of course, 2009, I think, when her Body Talk 3 mini albums came out, she just, if she wasn't already a massive, huge world superstar, she definitely became one there. And the thing about Robin is that she takes a hell of a long time to do new albums. So the Body Talk stuff came out 2009, 2010, and then I think it was was it 2017 or 18? The album Honey came out, so it took like 7 or 8 years for her to do that album, which was like 40 minutes, 9 tracks, and now once again it's taken her 7 or 8 years to do this new album, and once again it's 9 songs and like 40 minutes. So if anything, if any negative thing has to be said about this, it is that she takes a bit too long to do music, and then when she releases something new, you're kind of left wanting more. But all in all, this is also a very good album. Of course, the singles Dopamine and Talk to Me. But basically, it's just a really good album. Once again from Robin. Modern electronic dance music. This one is the white vinyl edition that I bought. And yeah, happy to hear some new stuff from Robin. Oh, sort of dropped it there. But yeah, she could, in a perfect world, she would do more albums and longer albums, if you will. All of her fans, we basically, it looks like I'm touching her boob, doesn't it? I am, sort of. I guess fans of Robin just want more output from her, but she has always been doing whatever she wants to do. So, and I guess that's fine. So another new item in my collection, which is actually an item that was gifted to me, is this is an old release from 1993. This is Madonna, and this is the Australian release of Rain, a single off of her 1992 album Erotica. And a friend of mine had this in his collection, and I said, I don't really need to have it, and I don't really listen to it. And I know that you're a big Madonna fan, and do you have it? If not, would you like to have it? And I was very pleased that he thought of me. I am a big Madonna fan, and this is a special release, obviously for me living in Denmark, and this one being released in Australia. It's not something that you would normally find here in Scandinavia. So This is an EP featuring a lot of mixes. Most of them not actually the song for which this is a single, Rain, but it features 4 remixes of her cover of Fever. It features 3 different variants of the song Rain, and then there's the song called Waiting, which is also on the album Erotica, and then Bad Girl extended remix, which is also off of Erotica, and then there's a song called Up Down Sweet, which is a non-album track. So that was really nice of my friend to think of me, as I said. A 10-track single EP, if you will. I didn't have this this variant here. I only had the European CD single from back then, which, and the 4 songs on this one are also featured on the other one, but that's fine. That's just a new item. And then very recently, actually, I found on Facebook the original 7-inch single for Rain, which is quite rare, and is not something that you really find anywhere. Um, so that was really exciting as well, just to add this to my Madonna collection. This needs a good cleanup. It's pretty dirty, and something has happened with the with the label. I think that they maybe, I think that this was maybe a this was vinyl all the way through. There wasn't this large center hole, but uh, I think that there was maybe some more, but someone has, where you can poke that out or whatever, and has removed that. So some of the information is actually gone off of the label, but still that's fine. It's a good item to add to the collection, and I did pay quite a bit for this, but that's fine. I'm always looking to add some Madonna stuff to my collection. And then the final item for this video is quite a special one. I'm a big fan of the record label Mr. Bongo, which is a English-based label, which who are really strong in. They do new releases. They do new releases of new music, but they are very good at doing reissues of music from all around the world, and they tend to focus on music from Brazil. And I'm a big fan of Brazilian music, and they have done so many reissues that I have in my collection. And then they have, for quite a number of years, I guess 6 years, they have done a box set for Record Store Day. So they do a series called Brazil 45, which is where they release like old 70s, 80s, sometimes even 60s Brazilian songs, and release them on 7-inch singles, like a reissue series. And then for Record Store Day, they have been doing these box sets called, I guess, also Brazil 45. I think this is one of the first ones they did with a guy called DJ Markey. All in all, they've done 6 box sets, and I have 5 of them. So there's one by DJ Markey, there's one by Mike D from Beastie Boys, there's one by Kenny Dope, one by DJ Coco, and then one which was released last year by the American alt jazz band, if you will, Bad Bad Not Good. So I have all of these box sets, and they all include 5 7-inch singles, so all in all 10 songs here. These are perfect for DJing, and they do feature some songs that are not necessarily released in the standalone singles series. So you do get some rare tracks on in the series here. This year they actually decided to not do, for this year's Record Store Day, they decided to not do a Brazilian box set, but instead a box set with Cuban music, which was good and fine, but I didn't pick it up. because I wanted to focus on the Brazilian stuff. But anyways, as I said, they've done 6 box sets. I only have 5 of them. The 6th and final one is sold out by the label or from the label. You can find it on Discogs, but it's at a price where I'm not too comfortable, I guess, buying it. It's a bit expensive for me. But then I had a friend, or I have a friend rather, who just went to the this huge record fair in the Netherlands. I think it's called Record Planet, and it takes place in Den Bosch, I believe the city is called. And he had been saving up to go there for a long time, and when he was there, he wrote a messenger message for me saying, if while I'm here, if there's anything that you're looking for, let me know and I'll see if I can find it. I said, well, if you could find, maybe if you could go to the Mr. Bongo booth, because I know that they're there. If by chance they have the 6th box set that I'm missing, would you pick it up for me? And he went to the Mr. Bongo store and they said, sorry, it's all sold out. But we do have a test pressing, and it's set at 30 euros. I'll let you buy it for 25 euros. And he said, do you want the test pressing? And of course I said yes. So this is the 6th and final of the Brazil 45 box sets. This is curated by a guy called DJ Format. And yeah, so this is instead of the cardboard box, which, let me just open this, like the hard case cardboard box that the original box sets come in with 5 singles all in individual sleeves here. This is 5 times like a single record cover, really with no information on there except on the last one it just says DJ Format, and the item number for the box set, and inside basically are just 5 singles and with no information on them, just like that. So this is a test pressing of the box set. So now I guess I have all 6 box sets. I guess the 6th one sort of in a more special copy, but still I have it, and it's really kind of nice to have like a test pressing. I don't have many test pressing items in my collection, and this is quite cool. So very, very grateful for my friend to get this for me. He also picked up a tote bag for me with the Mr. Bongo logo. I don't have it right here with me now. For some reason, that's stupid. But yeah, I'm happy to have the sixth and final item. Maybe one day I'll buy the actual release if I can find it somewhere for a decent price. But for now, I'm happy with just having this test pressing item here. So yeah, that's what I wanted to show you today, and I'm gonna head into the garden and spend the rest of my day there, listen to some music, and doing a lot of gardening. So yeah, till then, take care, bye bye.